Good evening and welcome to the EPL qualifiers for the ANZ region. I'm DK here with my lovely friend Ian Sniper Turner. And this is really nice. This is some multiculturalism here. Last night we did the qualifiers of my people, and tonight we're doing the qualifiers of your people.
I wouldn't say they're your people. I mean, maybe if MVP were playing or Gosu or something, but no, I think these are my people. I don't know if I want to be.
That's very diplomatic of you.
I don't know if I want to be tainted with that brush.
Interesting. So much insight there. Must watch this a bit later on. But no, we have one best of three series. A little bit sad, just that one series, but it is a very important series, isn't it, Ian?
Yeah, it's worth getting out of bed for.
Yeah.
Very late in the evening.
What time did you get out of bed as we have a look at the teams that have made their way through?
It was a late night last night. May have been up Netflixing a bit too hard.
Netflixing too hard.
Yeah.
What a sentence that was. Let's have a look at the APAC final teams. My countrymen, my brethren in MVP, they've been in some hot form recently, haven't they?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, no better time for them to spike. And I guess you could say the same for Mongols as well. They hit a peak in their form just in time for the ESL Pro League qualifiers. So well done to them. And for the rest, well, the rest is history.
They just can brush them through.
Just invite everyone.
Flash Gaming from China, Order and Greyhound, the two teams that have already made it through.
Yep.
And then we have Signature and Boot Dreamscape, who we actually saw last night. Signature a little bit lackluster, so maybe they found a nice patch of form to get into these finals, but they will be coming to Sydney.
Yep, without a doubt. So we'll see all those teams here, and now I guess we're just wondering which will be that last team, and I think between these two teams, Tainted and Chiefs, I'm not too fussed.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's have a look at how the night will break down here. It's just that one all-important best of three, isn't it? And oh, lovely. We're going to see a little bit of cobblestone. We spoke about last night in the Asia qualifier how much you love this map. And we're going to see Nuke and Mirage coming up. And obviously, cobblestone is that selection of Tainted, I believe.
Cobble was Tainted's pick.
Yep.
Nuke is always Chiefs. Yep. So then the decider being Mirage. If we get there, it's going to be, as Tim would say, pretty juicy. So looking forward to that one. Cobble for me, look, this map pool is just for both of these two teams, and that's it. No one else has this same map pool. So this is a perfect mirror match for these two teams. So we might see a couple of little odd things here and there between the two, because they should know each other pretty intricately, and also they play these maps. These are their three maps. No one else in Australia really plays Cobble and Nuke, except for Greyhounds. They will play Nuke, but not so much Cobble. But obviously both teams avoiding Overpass here, and no Inferno as well, so that's a bit of a surprise. And no Cache. Well, I don't think either team really is that good at Cache.
Yeah, interesting to see. Let's take a look at the voyage that brought these two teams here tonight, how the bracket runs through. And that is an intricate looking bracket, isn't it? Take us through, Ian.
Yeah, okay. Well, Order got a pretty good run, 2-0 across the board. They defeated Chiefs very easily. And then Greyhound as well, 2-0 over Darksided and Tainted. Now, that to me was a bit of a surprise. I didn't expect a complete 2-0, but at least Tainted Minds made it close against Greyhounds. And that seems to be Tainted Minds' way of going when it comes to versing Greyhounds, Order, and even Chiefs. So they keep it very close, but unfortunately they just came out worse off there. So Greyhound qualified straight away. Tainted Minds, they've had to come through that loser bracket. They dealt with Corvidae pretty easily, and now they have to deal with Chiefs. But Chiefs, in their own right, they've done very well coming through that loser bracket, defeating Legacy 2-0 pretty easily. They got very good first halves in, and then the rest was a bit of a formality. So for me, I just think, Tainted Minds versus Chiefs, this is what we always expected from the loser bracket. And whoever wins out of here, we can be quite happy that we've sent our best three teams through from the region. Yeah,
absolutely. It might be the fact that maybe if only we could send 4 teams, these definitely would be the 4 there. But now we just kind of
don't want to get too greedy.
Splitting hairs now between these last two teams to find that third spot.
Look, I think it's pretty good to see Tainted versus Chiefs, because I think that's the question on everyone's mind. Order, Greyhound, pretty solidified as number 1, at least Greyhound is. Order, they seem to get the wood over Tainted Minds in the last few games, so it's safe to say that they're 1 and 2, and this third position is really what everyone's jostling for. By rights, it should be Tainted Minds, but Chiefs are there to give it a shot.
Yeah, absolutely. Speaking of giving it a shot, let's see the 5 guys that will line up against this Tainted Minds lineup here. Who, I mean, these guys are just, they're household names at this stage. I mean, the lineups have gone through a couple of changes, but let's focus on the key plays for each team here, Ian.
Yeah, so the key players for each team, for Chiefs, I'd have to highlight Tux, Malta, and Texter. They're the core three, I think, for that team. Sterling and Flick's the newest of the 3 additions, and Tux and Tux and Malta are part of the original Chiefs roster, which went on that undefeated run, and they've always looked the goods. Once they got Texter in from Atletico, he's just a young fragger, 16 years old, going to be the next JKS, in my opinion, or is maybe already the next JKS already. He is just a fragging machine, so you don't want to be giving him those straight-up aim duels, randomly around the map if possible. Tainted Mines, I think it's safe to say Zusi is definitely back. He's in form. He took a bit of a hiatus away from Counter-Strike. The God Inns, if you know of him, he ex-Chiefs player, moved across the Tainted in quite a controversial roster move, and really started the downward spiral for Chiefs, really, once he left, and then everyone else was jumping ship. So In's definitely a star, and then you have to remember Yam with all that overseas experience in Renegades and just attending so many tournaments. He'll be leading up the squad.
Yeah, absolutely. And let's not overlook Chuch there. I mean, we talk about the original guys in Malta and Tux that have been at Chiefs, and Chuch was there when that Atletico lineup moved across, and he's remained there for a reason. I'm sure there's got to be some merit to that.
Some people say he does a lot of the crap jobs. The grunt work, yeah. Like a bit of a Taco, or now it's a Stewie 2K. But yeah, he lurks a lot. He's one of the better lurkers in the scene, I guess. A little bit predictable when you do find Chuch, maybe be on Monster or Apps in Inferno. But we'll just have to wait and see how things go tonight. In these sorts of maps, lurking on Cobble's pretty obvious if it's just Chuch coming out B platform, or maybe on Nuke if Chuch is coming out just ramp on his own. So that's something to look forward to and see if they mix up their game plan. Since Tainted Mines, they haven't really had much success. They've been hitting the second place barrier quite often. So it's up to them now to qualify for this last one. And you could say this is a grand final. Yeah,
absolutely. It's a massive game. And all of tonight's action wouldn't be brought to you without the help of Game Flip.
Yes.
Yes, the old Game Flip there. Be a boss. Join the Game Flip. $10,000, mate. What would you do with $10,000 worth of skins?
Oh, $10,000 worth of skins? I'd convert them straight to cold hard cash.
No, you got to keep the skins, mate. That's where the smart investor is.
Dragon Lore?
Yeah, Dragon like Lore 5 of them. Like 5 souvenir ones.
You'd get that. What's that M4 skin you like?
I don't know.
You love that.
Maybe you can go check it out at gameflip.com/ESL.
The white one with the face on it.
Oh, yeah, I don't know what that's called. That's the brand new one
Neon
that I saw yesterday. No, the Aeon one's a weird-looking one, but it's pretty.
Yeah.
In more ways than one. But we digress. We have Tainteds coming up with Chiefs. Let's go for the risky business. Let's go for the integrity ruining predictions. Ian?
Oh, jeez. Wow. I wouldn't like to ever put it that way, but I will go for a 2-0 for Tainted Mines.
Yes. Oh, 2-0.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know. Maybe an upset on Nuke. We'll see how we go.
Well, I mean, I saw a Nuke stat, which I think is irrelevant because both these lineups were different at the time, but it was like a 16-3 or something from like, I think it was IM Katowice qualifier, so that's a lifetime ago.
Who won that?
CS.
Was that Tainted?
That was Tainted. That took that away, and I think
Chiefs.
That was yeah.
So, but I think the most recent one would be an overtime match, I think, or a 16-14 in the way of Tainted as well on Nuke. So that's just from memory. I haven't looked it up or anything, but I do. The recent lineups, they've been very close on Nuke. So I think this is an opportunity here for Tainted to finally 2-0 something, and get rid of that chokers mentality.
Oh, you said it, not me.
I'll say it.
We're all thinking it, but you said it.
Hey, that lineup should be coming number 1. Choking
really
their way out of everything.
Yeah, I mean, what can you do? I mean, Tux obviously feels very comfortable on Nuke still. I mean, obviously the lineup's very different. He's arguably got more firepower. Well,
that's the thing. When you change a lineup, you don't just copy-paste players into roles and everything like that. It's literally a new team. Yeah. You can't just say, like when Immunity replaced me, they couldn't just do the same thing, could they? It's not the same team. You don't have the same composition.
Some would argue it was an easier composition.
Well, it's like taking Mercy out and putting in something else from Overwatch. I don't know. But, you know what I mean? And so you can't just say, we'll just swap this player out and expect to get the exact same results.
Yeah.
You have to change everything, and somehow Tux has managed to find a way, no matter who's in the lineup.
And it looks like the good folks at Betway agree with you there. 165 for Tainted and 210 for Chiefs. Oh, you know what? It's I wouldn't mind a flutter on Chiefs, to be honest.
Yeah, it'd be totally worth it, in my opinion.
It's Counter-Strike, really. I mean, it should always be 2-2, right? Let's be honest.
Well, I mean, especially in this instance where it's like Flix has been playing very well lately. Texter is always very consistent. Although I did see Inns go absolutely ham the other day, just on train, just shooting everyone in the face. So for me, what this test will be, it's a good opportunity for Sterling, a bit of experience for him. Obviously, Chiefs coming off the back of a ESL Pro League win. They just won that LAN on the weekend. And
I love the CG LAN, don't they? They're just something about
Chiefs.
them.
Yeah, because everyone else is banned from it, mate. So I can see how they're getting the trophy, but it's not the same as it was back in my day, Dan.
Ugh, not the grind, mate. The days of yesterday. But we will be heading into this pistol round. Tainted Minds taking on Chiefs. This will be Tainted map. Looks like there's going to be a bit of aggression towards mid there, and there you go, the fragging power of Texter.
Jeez.
Actually, Tux gets a frag for himself there, and we'll find the bullet of Yam's USP to take him down now to 2-on-4 situation. Zuzi and Inns. You're mentioning how Zuzi's coming to some sort of form, and he has, given himself every benefit there with that CZ in hand, but can he bring this round back for Tainted?
I don't know, man. Look, I'm not sure what that was from Tainted Minds. The 3 middle rush, it's a bit curious. It's a lot of risk for not very much reward. Chiefs were already on their way. The whole team was ready to rush mid anyway. And now they've got the tough trouble of retaking B without a flash, without a defuse kit. So for me, I think this round already goes the way of Chiefs. Yeah,
Malta's pretty forward there. He might not even get a check out, but he does manage to land a couple of shots. And just ring around the rose. He's getting sandwiched from 2 people. If Malta manages to get away with the kill here, it would have been absolutely devastating. But Zuzi puts that CZ to work, and now it's a 2-on-3. But that bomb has been ticking for a very long time now. It's just a matter of just not giving anything away. This is all she wrote, I think, here. Nice shot from Tux there. Now it's just going to be a bit of aim practice, maybe warm into this game. Zuzi finds one onto Tux there. And now he's going to see if he can go down by putting up a fight. But Sterling will finish him off to open up the account for Chiefs.
Very difficult jump to make there for Zuzi. Just maybe KZ skills not up there with Yams. But okay, Chiefs going to get the first round, so that's good. T-sided map as well, so a good opportunity for them as the underdog, according to the Betway stats. They can get this anti-eco successfully, then they should be on their way. Tainted Minds not over-investing because they've got faith in their CT, obviously their map pick. It's a tough side, the CT side, but Tainted know that they need everything that they can get coming into that first gun round.
Is there any world where this becomes a whitewash to one of these teams as we see Chutch just flirting with that A-long?
That's always a possibility, Danny. There's no way to rule it out. Both of these two teams, there's always the option, maybe a team doesn't just show up the first map. It's possible.
Seen it before.
But yeah, with the scrap fights that usually end up in those situations, it doesn't usually end up being a complete whitewash.
As we see Malta with the MAC-10. Funnily enough, a couple of AKs coming out here with the Galil on Texter. We'll see if they can make some bank. Malta obviously heading the way with the SMG, trying to build a bit of bank. Zuzi here could land a couple of shots. Tries to get that pixel shot off, but gets tagged down to 9 for his effort. So it's just going to retreat back up to Juliet and see if he can get a better angle there.
Scary dude with the deagle, Zuzi.
Oh, love to see it there. Chutch, he heard you, and he's like, hey, what about me? As he gets a couple, but there you go. The rifles and SMG raining in. It looks like they'll get control of the site here. Malta, often making a lot of noise, but that CZ in close range taking him out. And now Sterling and Tux finishing off the round.
Yeah, Malta's going to pay the price there. Just taking a little bit too long to get that frag. And while it is good when they don't have a lot of armor or whatnot, but pistols, the dangerous thing about them is the longer you survive with one, the more dangerous you are. Because just unless you get shut down immediately, those CZs, like we've been seeing lately, they're just very
just a little bit.
Very strong. So
CZs on Cbble, you must be loving this first map.
Oh, everything is just going right for me right here. It's a great spectator experience.
Well, it looks like there's going to be a bit of a gamble here onto this B bomb site. They've guessed correctly. It's just a matter of making a payoff. Malta just falls to the wall there with that MAC-10. Picks up 1, picks up 2. Has a little bit of an assist there, but can't finish off the third as Inns and Zuzi get a couple of consolation prizes. But now Zuzi there so low. Just USP in hand. Easy work for Tux. Just got to tuck him away there. And now we're going to go into the gun round. And Yam with that AWP, he's quite flamboyant on this map with that gun, isn't he?
He's trademarked, really. I mean, Cobblestone Yam, that's a bit of an icon, I suppose. And look, for me, what I really like and what the Southeast Asian teams can take out of that round if they're watching is that, Chiefs, they use Malta with the MAC-10 perfectly. He makes an entry, gets a lot of space all on his own, and then the rest of the team is there really just to back him up, but they ended up taking the focus.
Yeah, now Chutch has an opportunity there, but might catch himself a little bit short if he's not ready. Turns for the flash, but there is none. Texter just brazenly going out there, dry peeking him. It's a very easy kill in the end there. Often, there you go. There's a nice little flash there. Finds one, finds two, drops the bomb. Can he get the third? Which he does. And Flix will eventually trade him out, gets the second as well. So now it's a 2-on-1. Flix, we've seen him clutch a couple of rounds like this. He's a very sharp young man, isn't he?
Yeah, very sharp. Bit of an interesting whiff there from Sterling. I feel like he needed to make that one for Chiefs. But both Tainted Minds players are pushing through the B site. Is going to actually allow a better chance for Flix to win this round out. They have spotted the bomb. Yam, not a great spot to have with the AWP, but he is one of those shotgun AWPers. Does like to get close and in your face and really duel with it rather than like a Guardian long range.
Flicks right now is just a bit of a headless chook, isn't he? He has got no idea where these two players are, but
he'll figure it out.
Soon, yeah, he'll figure it out. Still lots of time left to play with. He's got some util as well. Just going to make sure that he doesn't get jumped from somewhere unbeknown.
Well, at some point, maybe Tainted Minds are going to think, is he behind us? Is he coming from T-Spawn? This is taking forever. And there you go. Yam has to watch behind. God. So it's actually going to work out perfectly for him, but he walks into the wall, and Yam is going to take him down in the backside as he was obviously trying to get away and plant towards that B site. Timing just a little bit off. But like I said, you wait long enough, they have to watch both front and back. So that was very close to working in the favour of Flicks. And that retake, despite being 1v2, I think would have been very difficult for Tainted Minds.
Yeah, it's all about the mind games, isn't it? We give Flicks every opportunity to do something. Yam's going to take a bit of an aggressive peek. The flash will nullify that straight away.
Yep.
That's just going to hold the line.
Chiefs are not afraid to get this B platform control off Tainted Minds. If Offnu can get another 3 kill, then they're not going to stand a chance, unfortunately. Texter on the lurk. Just going to hold this B platform control, force out the utility from Tainted Minds. He's going to be in a bit of trouble here. He's gone for the aim duel and he's paid the ultimate price.
It's very unfortunate there. You'd expect him to land those shots more often than not, but unfortunately not getting, maybe still a little bit cold in the earlier parts of this round as Malta's just out there with the CZ, obviously not having enough money to buy up. And he gets taken down straight away by Ins. Now it's round 5.
Very sharp.
Clinic.
Very sharp player, Ins. Probably one of the sharpest in the scene right now. Everyone goes through their stages in that Tainted Minds lineup of being sharpest player in Australia. One day it's Offnu, and now it seems to be Ins.
They just need to cue it all at once. They just need to time it. They're going to be sharp all at once. Flicks and Sterling here. Now, he's obviously going to try to get something done. Let the presence be known. Bomb has been spotted as well. Tag a couple of players down quite low, but Yam there's just going to have a bar of it, is he?
No, and you wouldn't expect it either in a 5-on-2. So that's going to be an easy shutdown. Zusi going to get the upgrade onto that AK. And now Chiefs are going to have to eco out a round. Not sure what that round was from Chiefs. A bit sloppy. Maybe expecting a bit of a better outcome from Texter and Malta on the B platform, but it's Tainted Minds, guys. It's not Dark-Sided, not Legacy. So I think Chiefs have fallen into a bit of a false sense of security from all their wins against the lower tier teams.
They have had some convincing wins, and Charge maybe a little bit too brazen there. Trying to pad the stats against the Pistols, and Yam's just letting a couple go through. Interesting.
They can use this M4. They just need to slow it down now. Maybe even go for some picks towards B. They should know a player will have rotated across. They've got 2 on A, 1 on drop, 1 on B. So that's your best opportunity, guys. Obviously, you don't know that, but it's safe to assume. Got to make a few assumptions every now and then, Danny.
Absolutely. As Malta's actually given up his CZ because of his low HP, giving it off to Sterling and trying to do something with that Glock in hand. Unfortunately, it doesn't get too much done. They still have control of that M4 though, and it just ends. Just ends down straight away. Yeah.
Just ends.
Just ends. Taking down his former teammate in Tux there. Nice positioning there for Flicks to pick up the AWP, and we'll see if we can get a bit of damage underway. So they've got 2 rifles now, a little bit of util and control of the bomb there, and Sterling finds a nice frag onto in. So just as we talk him up, gets taken down now. Oh, this is going to be so dangerous. Ooh, gets baited by that little shoulder peek down. I'm not even sure if that was intentional, but now it's just a post-plant scenario.
Yeah, and the full retake coming in here from the Kiwis. It's going to be pretty hard. Zusi's got to come through this choke point here. Sterling on the AWP, his favoured weapon.
Oh, you can see one of these spots him. I thought that's whiff territory. It gets really scary there, right, when you have so much time to set up for a shot. But he's going to walk straight into the crosshair there and clutches out around. That's very well done. And you just, once again, Ian, the classic throw your hands in the air. You can't see this at home, but I love it when this happens because there's such insight coming.
For me, it's just, you're in a 2 versus 2 retake. And you're both spotting each other. I don't know how that works. Offnu's coming up the middle ramp. Zusi looks down towards him. Miscommunication or maybe lack of altogether. And then obviously you get one. That's great. You've got Flicks. Now it's a 2-on-1 against Sterling. You know they recovered the AWP, right? So he kills Zusi, and now Offnu's running around almost with his knife out when you're versing an AWPer with an AWP.
Yeah.
And that's how you win an eco round, Danny, with style.
Oh, I forgot that was an eco.
It was a bloody eco round.
Very unfortunate. That's opening frag. Maybe Chutch is giving away too much. Gave him an inch with that M4, and as you will say, they took that mile and then some.
So now No head armor on Tainted Minds. They're brought back into this round. A last hurrah to save their economy and keep on that that winning streak on their CTC side. Zusi's got a lot to do here. 2 players above him. Malta is baiting on purpose to get the peak with Texter covering him. You couldn't ask for anyone better, except maybe Inns.
Looks like they'll be falling off that position.
Yeah, looks like it is just a fake. Look at the full utility just waiting to be spent on Chiefs.
Yeah, it looks like they're posting up towards that A bomb site, just clearing out the long angles. As you see, they're quite forward here, the 2 Tainted players.
There's your skin, Danny. Neo Noir.
It is the Neo Noir. That's pretty. Oh, I like this boost.
The time is Chiefs' biggest enemy at the moment.
Oh, the trade needs to come through, which it does there. Texter taking out Chach and Yam. Could be in a very critical position here if they're not careful.
Interesting. Balls of steel.
Oh, I thought he whiffed that for a second, which I guess he kind of almost did, but still
yeah.
3 on 2. Susie will clean up on Sterling as well, and they've spotted out Flicks. Manages to get one down before it gets taken out by Ofnu. So 3-4.
Yeah. A little bit better showing there from Tainted Minds. Chiefs taking far too long. I think as soon as they're spending any utility towards long A, Tainted Minds, they're giving it up. I thought Yam was going to be a goner then if he went for information. Bit of a James-style peak. But he gets boosted up instead. And I think Chiefs just took a little bit too long. And if they do anything towards A, it's going to be very obvious for Tainted Minds, especially the way that, well, previously when they went B, it was very loud and very obnoxious. It was like, we're coming B, here's our Molotovs, flashes and smokes and grenades. And then when they're going A, it's like, you can hear crickets over at the B site.
Maybe that is the cue there. Now they're back onto the pistols there. Only a lone Glock there for Tux and the CZ on Texter and the rest are rocking P250s. Sterling has a kit and armor and Texter there.
I actually thought they would have better money, Danny, considering they won an eco. They got 1 gun round out of it.
Yeah, maybe just not surviving enough there. Flicks manages to get a kill though and recovers the AK for his efforts. Needed to pick up that frag to really give his team an advantage, but will get taken down. So easy come, easy go in regards to the AK. Malta still holding on to that for Mars. And Sterling, the armored player with that P250, might find a nice headshot there onto In. So now the numbers are even once again. 2 on 2, 56 seconds left on the clock. And Zuzi, oh gosh, you just hate to see it sometimes. If he's quick enough onto this, which I don't think he will be.
So, yep.
It could have been absolutely devastating, but just not trying to give away his position too much. It looks like that bomb will get planted on that side.
Well, a lot of Tainted did have to upgrade to head armor, but obviously Inns didn't, and he pays the price.
Yeah, he just letting his friends be known. Zuzi gets a nice angle there. I thought it was going to get taken down by Malta. And Sterling, he's got a lot of work to do. Doesn't know what angle. Knows there's 2 players either side of him. He can't really get anything done. Just a bit of uncertainty there.
Yeah.
And yeah, we'll get a nice frag onto Sterling.
Maybe a lack of experience there showing from Sterling. In a 2 versus 1 situation where you know where one enemy player is, best thing to do there is to force one side of the flank just to avoid that pincer situation. And that's when, as soon as that frag comes out from Malta, that's his opportunity to hunt down Yam and get a better position. So shocking positioning there from Sterling, just something he'll need to learn from in the future. But Tainted Minds get that one back, but I'm just amazed at how close these rounds are for Chiefs, except for their gun rounds. Gun rounds have been getting smashed.
Absolutely. I mean, they left with 2 up there, but still quite expensive considering the investment from Chiefs. And now we do see another gun round. Yam on the AWP and Sterling, his counter-AWP. We'll see if he can get anything done. Flicks,
nice.
What's our position? Nice little smoke there to defuse that molly. It looks like they're just going to run out to this side and off. They're just going to play a little cheek in the smoke. Takes down Tux. Very unaware Tux, and it looks like Inns will be cleaned up as well. So this is, once again, just clinical stuff. This B bomb site's just getting locked down, isn't it? Yam, the only one to go down, but his AWP will get recovered. It looks like they're going to be rocking a 2 AWP setup now.
I'm not sure what that is from Chiefs. It did look like a fast rush, but then no one went down off the platform. And Inns is, Inns is not the guy you want to rock up and have a shooting gallery contest with, because that guy will just make it a turkey shoot every day, unless you can set Texter up in a favourable position. But those smokes and flashbangs and everything coming in, it's going to go the way of Tainted Minds every time. So they need to rethink that strategy.
Yeah, it's really not working out for them. And opting for that AK actually instead, maybe a bit of miscommunication, but just rocking that single AWP on Yam. Which has been working. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And it looks like they're going to be just making their way up towards Long, and Chach gets a nice easy kill onto Texter there.
Well, I think this round should be a bit of a formality. They know they can't run through the smoke. 3 players on the A site. Tainted Minds not afraid to mess up their rotations. Very confident in just having Inns hold that B platform. I guess, why wouldn't you?
Yeah, Tux made it just to find the frag of Ofnu though.
Yep.
We'll see if that gun is retrievable. Doesn't look like it. And Chutch is just cheeky little angles here. You know, trying to use that range that he can, and manages to get a nice little 4K there.
Yeah, just get it over with, I suppose. And now Tainted Minds with 6 rounds so far this half. Chiefs would have hoped for at least 9, so this is where they need to get the roll on. And Texter is going to get it. Okay, so 5 AKs. Now, this tells me that we're going to see hopefully another slow round, Danny. Very
Rush
similar
B.
to their anti-ecos.
Always rush B.
Well, it does.
Is Tux on the lurk there? Just watching if there's a long push.
It's possible.
Looks like they're going to slow down a little bit.
Just a little bit, but they know they can't allow Yam to get set up on that platform, or if it is even in. So they are going to take control of the plat. Yam getting a shot onto Flicks from drop. So maybe he was boosted up there, I'd assume so.
Yeah. So yeah.
Okay, now we're close. Now we flash and bust out.
And Texter needs to get something done here. We've seen him one out before and he just gets shut down time and time again. This time it's Zuzi to take him out. So, I mean, once again, we're going to see another collapse of a round coming out for Chiefs. Oh, it's just lining up. Sterling gets one with the molly, though.
There's something wrong with the Chiefs camp at the moment, Danny. I'm not sure what it is, but this is just not your standard Chiefs. There's no molly execute. There's no strats. It's just let's walk our B platform, see what we can do. So I'm not sure what the issue is there.
They're relying very heavily on Texter to try to get something done, but unfortunately just getting caught with his pants down.
As soon as they're smoking out the platform, and then the CTs are flashing before they even peak. So Texter was spending the entry part of that round flashed. Inns didn't even have to do anything by the end. He was just hiding. Chutch very aggressive here.
Yeah, he's spotted a player there. He knows he's got the advantage, but it's not going to risk too much.
Yeah. At this point, you'd be very happy with 7 rounds on the CT side, and you can free up a little bit.
Yeah, just getting a little bit of information towards that B plat. It'll be interesting to see what they come up with here. She's just holding the drop position. 5-way CZ. We haven't seen this yet. We know what it can deliver. They are armored up as well, but Chutch won't have a bar of it taken out multi straight away. Just a flying CZ. Usually we see that pay off, but Sterling not able to collect. And Zuzi just getting a nice double there. Finished off the round with Yam and Inns.
Makes a lot of sense. Don't watch the window. That's how you die. Just kill them when they get out or when they're about to land. And that's a much smarter approach. I think there was Inns in there as well, so nice work so far from Tainted. They haven't really been challenged. Chiefs did win the pistol round. They've won an eco round. They just haven't won a gun round.
Yeah. I mean, this is an opportunity here. Sterling with the orb once again. He needs to find something somewhere, just an opening. Yep. And speaking of openings, maybe Texter might find one, but Tux delivers onto Yam, so that is a massive blow for Tainted. We'll see if they can work off the back of this. And Chudge just getting a little bit aggressive once again, gets a bit of information, and we'll just drop off. We might get a nice little frag there, but Sterling finds a nice one onto Chudge. So 5-on-3. Usually
they have very fast rotations, Tainted Minds, so I was hoping Chiefs would actually bust straight up the middle there, but after killing Chutch now, best thing to do is just slow it down. Flicks is going to get a kill on the lurk onto Inns, who's pushed B platform. And, well, this should be impossible for Tainted Minds. Let's see how the Kiwis deal with it. Offner and Zusi, last 2 players remaining. Chiefs very heavily spread out. They just need to use the clock now because one of these CTs will come looking for information.
Yeah, Tux got a little bit of an inkling. Not too sure, though. Just going to molly out towards storage.
This would have been a lot better last round at B platform. Molly out Inns, molly out the broken wall.
I think he spotted a foot there. Has Tux spotted that foot there? No, he hasn't. He's got no idea. Zuzi will clean up 1, clean up 2.
Yeah.
Oh, we're not going to see the imminent collapse. The bomb is quickly making its way towards that B bomb site, so it is the right call coming out there. And
it's a better way to win a 5-on-2 though, Danny, isn't there? Not sure how that happens where one guy in the site gets 2 kills like that after you just molly out 2 areas.
They're taking a little while to clear out the start to make sure that second player isn't sitting there.
Yep.
And we'll see if this plays to the advantage of Tainted Minds. He's going to go for absolutely nothing to lose. Like I said, they got quite a nice little buffer there. And I thought he might have had to jump there on Texter, but Texter.
It's not like he was quiet.
Delivering. Yeah.
Well, you said he needed to. I think he does. So far, I think Sterling, winning that 1v2 has been one of the best solid plays for Chiefs. And now getting into this round, it was basically Tux smashing Yam, punishing Yam for that aggressive play with the AWP, which we know he loves to do. Works out more often than not, I suppose. But then as well, Chutch being a very forward position, no rotate coming in from Tainted Minds, to replace Yam. I mean, as soon as anyone dies on A, if there's even 2 players for the Chiefs team towards A, they should just be hitting that site, forcing that rotate, and just seeing what you can make do with. And you got Flicks on platform again, gets the kill onto Inns. You could even go B at that point with the other 3 players, you know, so we'll see.
Indeed, we'll see. So a little bit of change of pace here, just a bomb.
Oh, that's risky. Sending in your AWPer backwards against their AWPer.
He needs to prove himself, young Sterling.
Yeah, I think so too.
Needs to take on the likes of Yam and come up on top. We'll see if we'll get away with it. Just stepping away now. Let's do anything cool. Still all players up on the server. Just over a minute left. It looks like that bomb is actually going to make its way towards the B bomb side.
About this. Tainted Minds do like to get very aggressive on their platform, B platform. So Chiefs might be just letting them do that and then busting straight down middle to A even if they want to.
That Q is going to be given away. They're aware that people are in full drop position. Texter getting a nice frag onto Offman. This is what we need to see from Sterling getting one as well. Zuzi though, he's always just backing up his frags, isn't he? Just really just trading back and forth. And you're right, the young Kiwi is definitely found some form, hasn't he?
Very similar to Top Gun.
Yeah?
Yeah, just not necessarily fancy. Just gets the kill. Just runs out, gets a kill. And if you let him, he'll get another one, and another one, and another one. So, yeah, very, very stable sort of turret-like aim, but no fanciness.
Yeah.
It's just
business.
Business.
I like it.
Whereas with other players, maybe you will see from this maybe... Look, I think Tex is probably the same, but getting a retake frag like that that's actually very good from Zusi. Sure, the round goes the way of the Chiefs. They're starting to knock a couple back, but that's a very important attribute to have on a CT player. Someone who can come in through a choke point and get 2 kills. Like beat rotations or get in before the executes. Yam again with another frag from the boost. So Chiefs really paying a price here.
Yeah, it was unfortunate. He's played the fiddle twice against that second as well. So coming to his own, does get tagged down to 11 HP, but he's done enough for now. It's just a matter of sitting back and just waiting for that time to run a bit low. Still plenty of utility left on Chiefs though.
Yeah, not enough players though.
That is a problem, yes.
Yep, it's going to make it hard to get something done. It does look like Flix is doing something over here with Ins. They're dancing.
That's all you need to do. Maybe you just need to cheer up a little bit. It's not too bad. You have lost the T side of Cbble, but there is still a pistol to come. Every chance nicely contained there. Potentially a little bit of damage done to Flix, and Ins will get some onto Sterling as well there. He's just going to be caught with his pants down. Completely flashed. A couple of whiffs coming through, so perhaps giving Sterling an opening there to get that trade, but nonetheless he does manage to finish off Flix. So 2 on 4 here, 30 seconds left. Tux needs to do something, but not if Chutch is dancing around, hitting shots like that. It's all down to the young man Sterling. Full utility still, but no control of the bomb. Just to find one. This is just where it just goes ham now, maybe.
Yep.
Nothing to lose last round. Go for your life. 17 seconds though. This is a very difficult task.
Need the gun out at least, but yep. Nice shot there from Sterling onto Yam. Bit of a pre-fire perhaps, but nonetheless nice to watch. Good half. 9 rounds for Tainted. I think Chiefs will need to secure this second pistol round as well. Hard to say really. I mean, look, Tainted are winning. And it's looking convincing. It
is convincing. I think it's pretty much what you said about Zuzi for the whole team, right? It's not anything too fancy. It's just this business. They're just shutting down where they need to.
Well, Ins was just smashing the B site. Often he gets 3 kills on a retake. All these sort of things, it shouldn't be happening. Chiefs shouldn't be letting this sort of play happen. But individuals are getting way too many kills. And that's a sign to me that it's not the normal Chiefs. Not the Chiefs we're used to seeing. The old Chiefs with Ali and Ins, obviously, those days are gone. But even this Chiefs lineup has been somewhat pretty good. So the standards should still be there. You know, Flix, like you said, Texter, like you said, coming in from Atletico, they should be on the same level.
Yeah, absolutely.
They've been in top 4, top 3 teams.
I actually think Flix is a phenomenal player when he's on point. It's just, he hits shots, you just have to double take. But we'll see if we can do anything with these pistols in hand. They managed to get the first one away. You'd hate to think of what the scoreline could possibly be if they hadn't. Looks like that bomb will be making its way towards that A-long area. Flix, the man of the hour. We put a lot of pressure on this man. We'll see if he can deliver a couple of 1Bs here to kind of halt this Tainted Minds push. Gets a couple of shots off onto Offnu, but doesn't do too much damage here. He's going to take another little peek. We'll see if he can get business done. Unfortunately, not landing too many shots there, but gets the information for his team and will drop off back to that site.
Okay, here comes the smoke execute from Tainted Minds. Now the Glock train is going to roll out. A lot of pressure here on Flix.
Yeah, finally gets an opportunity. Takes down Zuzi and the bomb there, but will get traded straight away. But the rotation has come through. Yam finding a nice little frag. Sterling trading out onto Ins. And now Yam has got that old USP the gun of his enemy. It's 2-on-2, but yeah, we'll see what it can do with this USP. He's tagged down to 37. It's not going to take too many bullets to finish him off at this stage. Oh, that's a great shot onto Tux. If he clutches this, it's going to be absolutely devastating, giving him every chance. Gets tagged down to 3. Malta still on full HP and armor. This is his round to lose. It'd be absolutely crippling if he takes a bullet to the face now. Just biding out time. Smart play from Malta.
Yam is so cooked. There you go. Not a chance. He knew it. He knew it. He could. There was no way for him to get on that platform. Malta played that very well. Unfortunately, gets binked down to just 3 HP. Malta could have picked up a Glock there, and it would have been even easier to deal with Yam. Yam, obviously great shooting to get it down to the 1v1, but once Malta was able to disengage from the initial firefight, relocate, then the round just really goes to the favour of Malta straight away. And unless some sort of amazing flick shot comes out of Yam, which online can be pretty tough. So, Chiefs, they get their wish. They get the second pistol. If they can get a couple of anti-ecos, they're back on an even score. And then they just have to keep on keeping on. Oh, that shadow advantage works against Flicks.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate there. Sterling will find one onto Chuch. Spot's the second player there, but he's really closing the distance off giving that pistol an advantage. But it was a deagle nonetheless. So Sterling, here you go. Maybe you should rifle more often. Find some nice frags to shut it down.
Do you know how hard it is to use that gun, Danny?
Oh, it's so gross.
It's a piece of trash.
It sounds crap.
It does sound crap as well. I think they definitely do need to fix that. It's actually I think it is actually the French GIGN standard issue. So if it was that crap, they wouldn't use it. But yeah, it's definitely pretty difficult to use.
It is also a game, Ian.
What?
It is also.
Oh yeah. I mean, you can worry about balance and all that sort of stuff, but there you go.
I like how from my knowledge of rifles, the AUG back in like 1.6, and I love that the Australian Army use them. Like, yeah, we use the most expensive rifle.
Standard issue.
Damn straight.
Yeah, that's not really how it works, Danny. It's actually a cheap piece of crap. But anyway, we love it. Sterling's
in a nice little position here. She'll be able to do away with Zuzi and Int with light work. He's going to expect Int to be there. Shadow gives himself away.
Texter, get out of this. Get out of this, Texter. This was Sterling's all along. Nice work by him. Gets the ace. Anti-eco, but confidence builder for the young lad nonetheless. And the disparity of scorelines on Chiefs. Look at that. You got 20 for Sterling, 6 for Malta. But it's team effort. Team effort, Danny.
It's always a team effort. Now he's got an MP9. Maybe he's going to chase pad the stats a little bit more there. He's coming up against unarmored block opponents. So
why would he get rid of the FAMAS? He just got an ace with it.
Oh,
who's the charity case?
He's got it was Flicks if he went down. That's a nice little nade there.
Oh, wow.
If he's actually anywhere near this drop position, he's actually tucked. He's going to find a couple of easy frags. The only thing working against him, he might run out of bullets before he gets a chance to finish everyone off. Whiffs a couple of shots there, which is very unfortunate. But obviously those FAMASs and M4s grinding through the unarmored opponents.
Yeah, that's where we talk about framing. And so you shoot at the frame, not the person. But unfortunately, it doesn't work out for Tux there because the person was just like the speed demon, just left, right, I'm out of here. It's not a fight I want to take. Anyway.
And 9-9 updates the HUD.
The difference is Chiefs 4 Sport on their ecos, Tainted Minds just ecoed. So they've got a lot more faith in this cobblestone. They just want to make sure that they have all the utility, no mucking around. You know, if they 4 Sport the last couple of rounds, had the same result. No Molotovs. No smoke. 2 flashes, 1 smoke or 1 flash max. So there you go. That's the difference. A bit of patience, and you can be rewarded with a better T side, or you can just win the force buy like Chiefs.
Let's see if it does pay dividend. We do have Yam with that AWP. He's just checking out that B platform where he is. Chuch makes his way towards danger.
Yeah, very noisy too.
Yeah, making a lot of noise there as you see the heavy push coming towards that A-long area, and looks like they're going to make their way up towards middle. We do see Tux here is going to be able to get some information once that smoke dissipates.
I like this from Tainted Minds. They're getting a lot of territory here and really forcing the rotate across to A, even though it's just Chuch here. And if this B execute comes out now, Chuch on the lurk. If they were just, I don't know, if they were just a little bit quicker, they had 3 players at A, but they're not to know that.
Yeah, he was just so patient there, isn't he? Just waiting for something to be given to him.
He's just baiting Zeusy. What do you mean?
Present. Sterling's actually made his way out there, so he's going to get a lot of information. Might even be able to get in towards the flank, towards Chuch if he decides to.
True.
It looks like In's opened up onto Tux. Oh, that's a bomb drop. They're actually through the flash as well. Texter, maybe a little bit of vision coming back, manages to find the second coming out of drop. Now it's going to be a very difficult ask. Yam, I don't know how Yam hits that shot.
Yeah, well, that's just Yam things.
Yeah. That's just all down to Chuch. He gets tagged down to 12 HP. It's a 2-on-1 situation. Does manage to recover the bomb, but with 8 seconds, you got to think that's all she wrote, which it will be in the end.
Very solid hold there from Texter, holding that pizza area against the E-room. Very difficult, especially the fact that he gets a kill while he's flashed. He knows he has to shoot. He's got no option. But another thing with framing is you just aim at the doorway. They've got to be in it to shoot you. So it's very well played by Chiefs. They're going to shut down the Tainted Mines push. Tainted Mines, strategically, everything made sense. Just maybe left the execution a little bit late. And Zeusy with the bunny hop into the site. He's kind of forced to do that, sorry, Yam. But he really ideally wants to stay on the platform and use that AWP while everyone's shooting at Zeusy and off doing the like.
Oh, and there you go. The trade comes out there. So using the close quarters there of the pistols, and they know they're in towards that drop position. Now Malta's going to have a lot of work to do. Taxa gets tagged down to half, and Flicks will go down as well. But at this stage with Chuch so low, he might be able to find one. It's actually Zuzi, but they are so low right now, just facing off against Sterling.
This is what I love. I really rate this when I see an AWPer drop their AWP in a clutch and pick up an M4. I really don't like stubborn AWPers, and Sterling is in a great position to win this now. Yep.
Oh, wow. Zuzi there with a massive shot onto Sterling, getting away with 20 HP between the two of them.
Yep.
And there you have it.
Maybe not so. Maybe no fanciness there from Sterling. Maybe needed to do a little bit more to bait out some peak from the tees. Stealth in that sort of situation, not going to work in your favor.
It's actually amazing to think he didn't land a single shot, because he did fire a couple at him.
Yeah, but that's a very difficult shot to hit. You know, all you can see is the head for Zeusy, and he's just going to be strafing left and right the whole time as well. So, yeah, and sometimes, like, do you remember, did you ever watch some of those Ricky games when he played for CLG or Renegade?
Yeah, I did.
Ricky is one of those players who asserts his dominance on a situation and makes you make mistakes, because he will bunny hop into the site noisily, not walk, because someone will be like, I need to cover the bomb planter, and then they peek. Or he will just shoot his gun everywhere. So they think, now's my opportunity. He just shot his gun.
Yeah.
And, you know, you make mistakes that way, and that's something that Sterling's going to need to learn.
Yeah, he's playing pretty far forward right now. We'll see if Offno walks into his crosshair. Kind of needs to land this shot. It's going to be in a spot of trouble here. We'll see if we can time it when he gets flashed. Oh, it's actually Molly there just to correct the spot. There's the flash. Does he get the
collateral?
Beautiful.
You just couldn't ask for much more. That's the whole A side of the attack down with one shell. Nicely done by Sterling.
Yeah, that was absolutely phenomenal there in that flash. He's going to be very confident with himself, and he's just edging his way towards 30, isn't he?
Well, he has been the fragger for Chiefs at the moment. No one else has really stood up and had an individual impact like his.
Just ends.
Yeah.
He delivers something. He made his way down these noise cues, surely giving something away, but Texas just got his back turned there, and unfortunately doesn't turn around fast enough. Ins finds the two, but will get taken down by the SMG.
Tucks at the UMP, yeah. So Sterling again comes on the rotate, finishes off the job, but I don't even know how that defense works out for Chiefs. I think Tainted Mines would even be scratching their heads just a little bit. But they do know now that they can get that whole drop E-room fairly easily by themselves. And I would not be surprised if this was a tactical timeout for Tainted Mines, because things aren't going to plan.
Yeah, I mean, I just wanted to see that all battle between Sterling and Yam. And it looks like...
Chiefs called it, Danny. Oh, no, we jumped back. Production. My boys.
Sterling getting the better of him in those... I think I've seen 2 AWP duels between the two of them.
Yep.
So the young one doing pretty well.
Yeah, look, he's doing well, but I don't expect him to be the guy that lifts this team. So I'm hoping Tux or Texter or even Flicks, you pointed him out, or even Malta, just somebody do something. At the moment, Sterling is the only one who's actually doing anything, you know, affirmative action. I talk about this all the time, Danny. Take the game, take control of the game yourself. There's definitely opportunity here for Chiefs to do that. Some of those individual players, instead they're being very passive. But even still, there's no setup that is like, when they come into B, Texter will see them first. Everyone wait for Texter to shoot. Then when Texter shoots, go nuts. And that's what you had for Tainted Mines. When they come into the B site, Zeusy's going to see them first. Then Ins, go nuts. And there's no sort of setup like that for Chiefs. But they are playing very team-orientated. And they are somehow in the lead right now.
Yeah, indeed. You wouldn't expect this based on what we were saying at the beginning of the evening. But right now, it looks like it might be that 12th round coming up for Chiefs.
Could be the choke.
Well, I guess in the lead that they did have, especially on that CT side, it could very well be the choke. But let's not say that. These guys are all professional players. They don't choke. Oh, the pixel there, unfortunately, not landing on Sterling the jiggle. Needs to make his way back here, but it's just going to post up once again. Might get this frag eventually onto ins, but just baiting out the couple of shots. It's not landing too much.
Maybe you should have done that on the gun round.
Maybe.
Wouldn't have been a collapse then.
Yeah. And Flix gets a nice easy frag onto Yam.
All the boost over the smoke. This will be good. I wonder if they'll actually get a shot on the Flix, but Flix, he knows. Smokes are there to be shot. And any sneakiness Tainted Minds want to do, it's not going to work out for them. I don't know why they're not relying on raw firepower, to be honest, Danny.
From Tainted?
Yeah. Look at their lineup. At some point, you've just got to say, can we try a pug round?
Or maybe that's what we'll see. If
Maybe we will. Maybe we will. But I just want to see people shooting people and not so much grenades and flashes and smokes right now when you've got this star-studded lineup. It does work sometimes, but I don't think they need... You know, it's one of those things I talk about, Danny, where you start out a match to just see your level.
Yeah.
And if you need to go to that level of using strategy and faking and everything, go to it. But at least try first, just to try and muscle the match. See how far you can get.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes, but this is not going to be the most favourable situation. Obviously, Chutch there with the Galil and very minimal utility. And good old Jam hasn't got his big green gun on him. We'll see if they try to muscle something out here, but it just looks like it's just going to feel out the map right now. Heavier presence towards that B-bomb site. I would like to see some muscling, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think we will, though.
No, well, maybe. We're seeing it from Chiefs. They're flexing right now. They're flexing onto long A. They get off new. They spot out the strategy. The entire strategy for Tainted Minds is now revealed.
Tux just posting up there.
Yeah, I think Texter should tell Tux not to sit there because they're checking it every time.
He manages to get his way out.
Yep.
Flashes.
Didn't hurt that much, did it? Wow.
Yeah, he got up very fast before he could bloom into glory.
Very light on his feet, Tux. In real life. Off the server.
I don't get it.
We've seen him a couple of bars in South Korea.
Well, he's going to be really light now. He's lost all his hair, so
yeah,
that's about 7 to 8 kilos that he's shedded off his shoulders as Sterling gets a nice frag there with the AWP, and it's just it's going to be absolute calamity Jane here for Zuzi. He's got to find something. They know exactly where he is. He's got no utility, and he's just going to have to wait till he gets set upon. Might even be an instance here with 20 seconds left. It's got to go down. He gets 2, though.
So there you go. Zuzi has his chance to muscle his way into the round, and he has a pretty good impact. Now we're going to see another pause. Interesting.
I mean, it's just so much harder to go for those drastic sort of, you know, balls to the walls plays, right?
Not really on cobblestone.
It's so close. Like if you throw caution to win that one round out,
okay,
it's like, oh, we had strategies, but we were idiots. You know what I mean? I don't know.
I know what you're saying, but they've been trying strategy all this time, and it hasn't been working out. If they were to do a very fast 3-2 split on the A site, 3 players down middle, 2 going side hall, 9 times out of 10, Chiefs have got 1 player in the side hall, 1 player in middle. You're instantly outnumbering them. You get a trade, at least you're at the advantage. You get quickly up into A, and like we talk about, the choke points are impossible to retake. So just speed is the key here for Tainted Minds. That's something that they're missing on their executes. They're getting a lot of position, a lot of territory. They have been getting punished on the gun rounds, but on the ego rounds, they get all the way up side hall. If they were just to work a little bit quicker, even a B fake or an A fake would be more effective. So the issue is they're just going too slow, and Chiefs are able to capitalize. They're just always rotating into perfect positions, and by the time the execute comes out from Tainted, it's far too late. Too many people there.
Yeah, we'll see if they can come up with anything here. Just a couple of P250s on the players. Nothing invested. Maybe an opportunity to talk about the strats. Yep. But here we go. Flix drops the bomb. That's going to be the round there. They actually managed to get one away. Nice shot on Texter there from Hofnu. And now Malta's just... Ooh,
Malta, what's
really
that?
Gets a couple of shots. He's been a little bit cold this round.
Yep.
But it doesn't matter too much when you've got Sterling playing the way he does. And Tux does a nice job there to clean up towards that wooden wall. And 14 to 10. This is not what we expected at all, is it?
No, definitely not. And that's why we're getting these tactical pauses from Tainted Minds, just to allow Ferg to have some sort of input here and just try and help the guys stabilize just a little bit, because they're not supposed to lose this map.
Yeah.
I would never have put Chiefs on a pedestal and said they should win Cbble against Tainted Minds, especially after seeing, you know, Alpha Invitational, everything like that. Tainted Minds have been very good, and they've fallen at the last hurdle to Greyhound, which is the best team in Australia at the moment. So definitely expected more from Tainted. Things just aren't working out for them.
Yeah, especially leading into the later parts of that first half. You thought they were just going to start running away with it a little bit. They'd figured Chiefs out, but
after they got 9 rounds, and then Chiefs started just YOLOing.
Flicks doesn't get away with it. Yam gets a nice little molly there, so
yeah,
a little bit of taunting done, but that's all good. They're still in a very nice position. If Malta can get some work done, the spray transfer not really working off and off. And taking straight onto Malta there. Well, there you go. Let's see if we can frame this up. Some nice baiting. Tux gets a very easy kill onto Ins.
Oof.
So you're just not very pleased with what you're seeing here from Tainted, are you?
It's rough, isn't it? Very rough.
Well, there you have it.
Nice
3
work.
plays still up as well after that
well,
muzzle of a start.
This is the Chief flex. They're just standing in a mirror right now, just flexing their biceps, saying, come at me, Tainted.
You definitely do that a bit, don't you? What do you say when you're naked in front of the mirror?
No, I don't say anything.
Flexing. Just look at the glory.
Do you know what? I just say, who the hell is this guy now? Who is this guy?
Oh no, we're going to get deep.
Don't even know who I'm looking at sometimes.
Not ready to get deep.
Don't recognize him.
It's too early in the night. You don't recognize him?
No.
Why don't you recognize him, Ian? Looks like we're in a...
I don't know.
No, it's just a bit of a...
I don't know.
Right? No?
But Tainted Minds should be going for a YOLO here. Chief on the match point.
That's, it takes one hell of a gusto guy to go YOLO in the last round.
Well, I'm sorry, but nothing else is working out. They do get the entry kill over at side hall here, and then they drop down into drop room, and Texter just takes off your players' heads from the window. And
funny to see both these teams struggling on the T side.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, look, I wouldn't say Tainted Minds have the best in-game leader, but they do have Ferg as a coach.
Yeah. Here we go. Flix has got a bit of a shooting gallery. He's going to just have to take the maid down with him as he can, and unfortunately can't take down any Offnu. We'll get Flix and his rifle down. And now it looks like it's just going to be that push out. Sterling's going to have to do something. He's actually getting set upon from everywhere. A couple of flashes going out. Can't really find anything. A little bit of confusion there for him. So it's a 2-on-3 situation. Texas just times that molly perfectly, but gets taken down by Chutch. And now it's all down to Malta. He's in a nice position though.
Ooh. Yeah, that spot from Zeusy just a little bit too good. That's why the CTs usually opt for that as well. But also, it's Zeusy. So nice hold there from Tainted Minds on the after plan, and a nice YOLO strategy towards A, 3-2. It works out very well. Chiefs die, mostly trying to jump out of Juliet and rotate. And that's what Cbble is all about. So nice tactical pause from Tainted Minds, and a nice change up on the pace of their T rounds. How long can they get away with it, though, Danny? That is the question.
It is the question. We spoke of that proverbial choke word. Do Chiefs have it in them?
Well, they aren't chokers. Chiefs are not chokers.
They're not chokers?
No, never have been. Until they started losing. Do you remember? They were indomitable. They were just demolishing everyone in Australia. Sure, the lineups weren't perfect for other teams, but Chiefs were number one.
Chiefs were not chokers until they started losing.
Then they lost one game, and everything went downhill from there. That's when Chiefs became the chokers. But since then, Tainted Minds have put up a pretty good argument.
Oh, unfortunately, that molly would have done a bit of damage there, but thrown straight into the smoke, and now Texter is going to time it poorly there, gets flashed and the nade in hand, but Malta doing some great work with Tux there.
That's better.
Will get taken down by Yam, so it's a 2-on-3 situation. They need to win this round to kind of get away with any chance of their map pick. Tux will get taken down, evening up the numbers. A spray coming through from Yam, not doing too much damage, and they're actually going to counter boost back up here, so this might be the play that saves them the round, as Sterling is just forcing his way back, just not giving anything away until his teammate Flix gets into position. Yeah, very good work there by Chiefs. Working together, getting that boost on very quickly. I don't think Tainted Minds will predict that. Just being cautious here, Yam. It's got nowhere else to look, really. Oh, goodness, you really don't like to see that, but well, that's what Flix does. It's what I talked about the other day, Danny, with holding stationary lines against peak advantage. Doesn't work? Not ideal. Not ideal. Offnu, though, very well done. Flix.
There you go.
That's clinical there.
It is indeed, and that's exactly what I was talking about with Sterling. When you're in a 1 versus 2 situation, you have to push another flank, otherwise you get pincered. Takes down Sterling, and then makes a 1v1 on Flicks, forces a mistake out of him. Obviously, not a whole lot Flicks could do, but did have to just hit that critical shot, and unfortunately, Ofnu is one of those players who can have his star moments. So, Tainted Minds, so far, string 2 together, and putting the bank very low for Chiefs. Chiefs are going to force buy into this. Yeah, I'll be interested to see if they play it like a force buy or play it like a gun round.
Well, they've already lost one, though, so they're not going to be able to do any of that flexing that you spoke so well about before. And that's just a matter of time until they just kind of fill out this round for the guys on Tainted. Int actually gets taken down to half health. Nothing to get too concerned about there, as we see only a single flash left on the side of Chiefs. That's on Tux there, rocking that CZ. So yeah, just scoping it all the way here. Sterling needs to get something done. Unfortunately, often will take him out. It's just falling apart here for Chiefs. But that's all right there. We'll be able to buy into that next round. But that's where it becomes dangerous, right?
Indeed. That's what I talk about, the slippery slope. They're on it right now. They could close out this game, but if they do continue to buy haphazardly, then...
it's very unfortunate timing. The flash just delaying the inevitable, really, for Texter, sorry, and Tux as well, really. Now it's just down to Malta. He's got the CZ. Where's he headed? Just going to hold on to that with the armor.
He's going to head straight up to Rapunzel. Is it Rapunzel? No.
Rapunzel? Yeah.
Yeah, Rapunzel. Yeah. Let down your hair. Do you remember what we saw the other day where a guy was just sitting on the ladder with the CZ looking down?
That's what you do, man.
And when they come, you just jump and shoot?
Genius.
The fireman's pole?
You can't get set upon from anywhere else. Just got to land a downward-facing jump shot.
What if they're above you? Yeah, true. That's never going to happen. Why does this part of the map even exist? Anyway.
A lot of weird parts of this now, aren't there?
Yeah. Obviously, we will adapt. 5 players alive for Tainted Minds. Very good.
Malta just toying around with some chickens there. Bomb just about to explode imminently. It would be interesting to see if he decides to take a little bit of a sneaky peek.
Yeah,
get his head blown off, but I don't think that will be the case. He's going to hold onto that armor there.
Yeah. Preparing dinner, maybe.
Have you ever... You've...
The chicken dinner?
But have you made it from, like, you know, the chicken in its natural state to the plate?
I've never plucked a chicken.
But have you...
If that's what you're asking.
I'm more asking if you've killed a chicken, but...
no, I haven't killed the chicken.
It'd be weird if you killed it
and
didn't pluck it.
No.
Not in your list of things that you've
well, if you kill a rabbit, you've got to skin it straight away.
Why is that?
Otherwise, the
rigor
toxins...
mortis?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, not rigor mortis, but toxins get released.
Ah.
From the shock. That's why the rabbit dies, from shock.
Not the bullet to the face?
No, because it's pellets.
The bullet... why can't you just use a
because there won't be any rabbit left, Danny.
All right, fair enough. There you go. Fun gun talk there. Oh, no, the timing here for Malta. He might get away with it. I thought he actually would. The crosshair was right on his head, but just the M4 loadout just not working for him. Often pushing the smoke in an aggressive fashion, and now they got the numbers in their advantage. It's going to be very likely overtime if they get away with this round.
Yeah, this is good. Everything is going right for Tainted Minds. And again, a push from Tux for information. It's looking a lot like Tainted Minds first half now.
We'll see if Sterling can get anything done with that AWP as we look towards B Halls there.
Well, still very slow from Tainted. So what was working for them was the fast pace, but now they have had to slow it down. They've got the 5-on-3 advantage. And Chiefs are going to try and gambit on the B site. And I think the idea here is, Danny, if it's not B,
they just hide and run.
We just save. Yep, tuck tail and get out of there.
That'll work out. They'll give themselves at least a fighting chance. But you just really... What's happened in the last couple of rounds, really?
I think... Well, look, Tainted Minds getting that pick is something that they haven't had before. You know, they haven't had an A-long pick yet successfully without a trade. And then, of course, you've got Tux who's pushing B for whatever reason, I'm not sure. So, either way, Tainted Minds are going to punish 2 forms of aggression from Chiefs. And the whole part of aggressing towards long A as well, as it looks like Ofnu is going to find someone very shortly. The whole point of going towards long A as a CT is just really just show presence. You don't really want to hold it. You just want to keep the T's at bay. That way that the Tainted Minds guys have to use utility to take that area. Oh, that's expensive. Yeah. That's expensive.
They'll be able to get the guns as well, though.
Do we want double AWP? Well, we can if we want to. It's free.
Yeah, this is a totally different Chiefs team, isn't it? Sterling gets one as well, so they're losing a lot of players here, but money shouldn't be too much of an issue. Just trying to, definitely worth the risk. But here we go, Chiefs, totally different team in the last couple of rounds here as we see a tactical pause coming out from whom?
It has to be Chiefs now. I think Tainted have used all of this, but the old Chiefs lineup, you talk about a new team, the old Chiefs lineup would have thrown a smoke onto B platform instead of having Tux rush in. I remember those were the days where either Ali or Inns would be the guy who's pushing up platform to try and get some information once something happens on A. But they used to smoke off the end of B platform before they did that, and I don't think Tux is the kind of guy you want to do that role, and I think it might be just a little bit unnecessary anyway. Losing one player towards A is not a huge deal when it happened multiple times for Tainted, but they still stabilized. So 4 on 5 as a CT, not that bad if you're already out of the choke points and holding the correct site. So
we'll see if they can make of this, but I really don't see Chiefs winning this in overtime. They have to do this now, I think.
You think so? They had a pretty good T half towards the end.
I just think in terms of momentum,
yeah,
they've literally got no answers right now, but Malta in this danger position hasn't been too successful at timing. Very unfortunate, but manages to get one away onto Chacha. That could be the beginning of the end.
Yep.
Yeah, don't want to get too keen there. Got one round left to play with to make a light work of this. And really, it's not even light work, is it? They had every opportunity before.
They did, but still, 4 on 5. It's looking very good for Chiefs right now. They just needed to fall off long A, like I was saying. Now, Tainted have to use utility just to get that area, if they do want to come A. And you're very close to rotating to B if required. Sterling should have this B platform under control. Gets flashed by his teammate. Not ideal. He did want a peak platform now, but he's going to have to smoke it off and retreat to a further back line. But that's okay. 47 seconds remaining. Yam has flashed off long hauls at A. So keeping 2 players there, that's good for Tainted Minds. Now, I think at this point, you've got to be thinking, it's B.
Yeah.
It's B.
Well, we'll see if Zuzi can do anything. That molly comes up perfectly to just stop him.
Why is there only 2 people at B, Danny?
I don't know. Sterling. If he picks up a couple, we'll see what can happen. Tux has only got that FAMAS though, and he might get set up on here once that molly goes out. And Yam actually manages to clean him up, and there you go. The 2 players you were talking about. Texter needs to find something, doesn't find anything, and often makes light work of him. So with that 1-player advantage, you read it. You thought it was clear as day, but unfortunately, maybe that's a little bit more information that we get is a bit of an advantage. But you're just face.
Maybe, but Sterling did have B platform control. Tainted Minds did make a point of getting him off that B platform. He smoked off his own platform after getting flashed by them. And then unfortunately, yeah, look, to rotate away, leaving so much work for them to do. Sterling holding a line. Now, this is one of those things where I was saying before, Sterling, you want him hiding. You know, the AWP on AWP duel is not advantageous, especially from that chicken coop. You want him hiding and waiting until the contact play is made, and then he peeks out and gets 3 in the back. You know what I mean? So, look, it's 2 different styles of AWPing, I suppose. And as soon as he fell off that platform at B, 40 seconds remaining, 30 seconds remaining.
You sound like a disappointed father, really. You just kind of like, because they're a kid, it's like, you could have this, but that's all right. But really, you just want to be like, oh my God, what are you guys doing?
Well,
you sucked out there, son.
No, that's right. But look, it's a lot for him to learn, and
Look at this, $1.85 a piece.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of fair to say. It's hard to split these 2 teams right now, with both teams making a few mistakes. More so Tainted Minds, because Chiefs, their mistakes came early on when the game was in its unknown flux. And then Tainted Minds, when they had the winning lead and position really to take control of the map, that's where they slowed things down and started to choke out a little bit. But they're back. What a great comeback from them. And their slow clinical play ended up netting them basically the next 5 rounds in a row. Let's see if they can keep it going on their T side. There you go. That's a great start. Yam winning that duel you were talking about against Sterling. Goes a little bit too far. Flicks is going to have to do something now. That's how he'll be thinking. I need to do something. We're a man down. And this could be a chance for Tainted Minds just to rush straight up onto A. Malta's going to swing across, or Tux? Tux is going to swing across. And we do have Malta holding that whole B platform, so that's good.
See if Tux can get anything done towards sailing position, but Yam's just holding that line. This is going to be absolutely devastating if Tux decides to peek in towards... oh, goodness, he actually whiffs that shot, and Tux did some good work there.
honestly think it was just the shadow on the floor that made Yam whiff.
Yep, they were distracting. Plenty of damage done there from Chach, but it doesn't get taken down. Eventually gets finished off by Texter. So 2-on-2 here. That all important first overtime round.
Yeah, well, and look, Malta is in the drop room. Texter, for me, he's the guy. Since coming into Chiefs, I don't know if he's had that much of an impact on their cobble. And I don't think he will have impact holding drop room. That's not where I would want Texter. I would want Texter taking up an ins role, or even, you know, backing up Sterling on long A, somewhere where the individuality of the player can shine. And this is an important round, considering Chiefs struggled a little bit on their CT towards the end. And Tainted took a while to figure out their T side.
Yeah, nice angle there from Malta. Takes down Zuzi and the bomb. So now it's just 16 seconds here. Inter's got to come up with a play, but we know he's capable of doing it. Just has to kind of commit to this bomb play. It's going to be a very easy kill for Malta on his former teammates. So that's the first CT round in a while, but an important one nonetheless. Yeah,
that must be heartbreaking for those guys. They were all such close friends, and then they all disappear onto other teams. You know, Ali going to Order and In's going to Tainted Minds, and Malta's
This is such a weird segue.
All my friends have gone.
It's the interwebs, man. It's esports.
Yeah.
You're just as close as you ever were.
Yeah, but it's just hard when one of your friends leaves and then you have to try and beat one of your friends.
Right now. It sounds like you're like just kind of, I don't know, what you just Dr. Philling a little bit.
Yeah, just Dr. Phil.
Maybe this provides insight into the way they're
that
performing.
team was very good friends.
Oh, you players, they're the longest lineup that's stuck together in Australia for a while, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
It's going to happen. And I really did like that about that lineup. They kind of showed faith and testament to, you know, not like VP when they're good. Oh, nice shot from Sterling there to find the head of Offnu. But yeah,
then what?
I won't lie, just broke my heart a little bit.
Then pull the knife out and run around and dance. Calm down, Sterling.
He's excitable. Let him work it.
Still opportunity for him to have more impact in this round. Chiefs, still all their players alive. Malta in a bit of a ominous position. He has to fall back. Zusi has got that control of the platform now. Yam will come and try and flash off for Zusi to peek. That's a terrible smoke. Who's throwing these smokes and flashes? You're banned.
That was
I think it's
not
Texter.
Ideal.
It is Texter. He's whiffing hard on those smokes and flashes at B platform.
And Chach just trying to do something. He's doing a good job keeping his two players. He manages to take down Flicks as well. So if he takes down the second, might be easy work. But no rotation really coming through. It looks like Tux will be joining him.
Oh, and Tainted Minds are going to rotate to A as well, Danny. They would have been better off going B.
Yeah. We'll see if the amount of time it takes for them to come around. But Chach is in a very handy position here.
Yep. Especially with this smoke coming in. That's perfect. That's going to open him up. Look at him go.
Oh, goodness. I'm not even sure what happened there, but it looks like Sterling will pick up Ins and Yam to trade him out. So it's a 2-on-2, 4 seconds left. I think they just got that bomb down in the nick of time. And now the retake will be on. Unfortunately, Texter not cleaning that up. Zuzi is in hot form, isn't he? You're back Texter in those gunfights most of the time. Now it's just down to Malta. He needs to find this head. Had a free shot there. It's a bit of that's a huge whiff. He gets the one. Can he get the hardest shot? No, unfortunately, Yam will pick him up, and he had a world of time to land that first shot onto Yam.
Oh, he'll be kicking himself. There's no way that you get away with that sort of play. Look at this shot by Sterling. He pulls the knife out, gets out of there, throws a bit of utility, like way too eagerly. Flicks has already got the A side haul control done. Could have done better with that molly usage, but ultimately, Tainted Minds come away with that round. The rotate back towards A works for them. Chiefs were hesitant to adapt, I guess, to that round. And then Chach, like a rabid dog, once that smoke covers his cross, he's just like chomping at the bit for a player. And with 5 seconds left, Tainted Minds plant the bomb. Crucial kill.
Yeah, Malta did have every chance to kind of clutch that round out, but very unfortunate to not get that first shot off onto Yam.
Yep. It's the first time we're going to see a 5-man stack towards B as well for Tainted Minds.
Yeah, Molly's all right now. Nice counter Molly nonetheless, does a bit of damage, but only finds the one frag here. Malta there, he loves his statue position. He finds a couple of low frag players, but it's going to get caught out with the nade, unfortunately. So they have it another 2-on-2 as the rotate comes through, and Sterling trying to find something. Yep. But not landing anything, unfortunately.
I wonder if Yam will be ready for Flicks. This is not his first rodeo coming from behind like this.
Yeah, like likes to get into these positions. Looks like Yam's just kind of holding towards connector. Now Flix has let his position known, so it's going to make it all so much harder for him trying to get this angle off of him.
Time is ticking.
It is. We can see how much time is ticking as well with that lovely little radar up top. Looks like Flix might run straight into the crosshair of Yam, but oh, to scope the timing. That's unfortunate. And he doesn't fire, so that was probably the worst series of play, and they actually managed to get it, but do they have the time?
Yeah, definitely got the time there. They've got the defuse kit. So Chiefs claw one back, and I think that's a very important round now, because if Chiefs are able to get the 2-0 on their T side, then it's looking good for them, but...
So Yam holds that line towards connector, and then does he scope out, and then cops the molly, and then dies.
Yeah.
So that's just like... That's just CS time. He just got CS:GO'd, right? Like
no. He definitely, he stood in there too long. I mean, it's safe to say he could have jumped out at any time, but he thought he would be able to get a kill before it would be more important for him to get a kill and die. But unfortunately, there was no kill to get, Danny. Remember, Flix was side haul. He didn't know Flix fell back.
Yeah.
So he thought, okay, this is my last chance. I'll kill Flix from my boy, and then we'll leave it up to Zeusy in a one-on-one. But didn't go as planned. Good molly usage. I mean, that's perfect. The other thing I want to point out is, like, we watched the Southeast Asian games, and their cobblestone was, you know, we saw a bit of it. We saw a bit of it. It was nothing like this. There was no, see all those mollies clearing those positions? And that's something that Chiefs even was missing on their T side. That is how you execute into a bomb site. And really, there's nowhere to hide for Chiefs. They're just completely exposed. So, last half of overtime here.
Maybe.
Well, maybe.
We'll see if the Chiefs can deliver. So often we see the team that's leading just can't really put the nail in the coffin.
Yep, 4 players at B for Tainted Mine, so they're heavily stacked towards B. Church did go close to A long for some information. They're not going to die to this damn boost anymore. They're just preparing for that Yam cheeky AWP pick. Church going to long A. I don't know. I think he did throw... No, he hasn't thrown anything towards long A. Now he's going to boost up. Even though he has all this utility. See, that's probably a misplay. Yam's boosting him up, even though he has all these grenades. He might be able to spend them in middle now if he does early enough, but... Okay.
Yeah, they're just kind of clearing out towards his long position.
Yep.
We'll see if Yam can land the shot and if the trade comes in.
I'd expect him to get flashed, but no, we're going to go for the crawl peak. Okay, new meta.
Doug's very unfortunate there. And he's going to fall back. He might be able to pick up a second as well if they get a little bit overzealous, which is going to be very unfortunate for Chiefs trying to get this first round of the second half.
Jeez, I thought it was going to be round 2, Danny. I was like, what am I seeing? 30 seconds left. Things are looking pretty tight on the clock.
Oh, what?
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
All that utility on Chutch wasted.
Looks like going to be raining through. And once again, just the unfortunate timing. Texter gets a nice couple of frags and flicks onto Offner. So, you know, there's 9 seconds left, but Inz is nowhere near the area to stop this. He's going to take the fight against Flix. Flix will go down, but, I mean, to get the 4K and the clutch is going to be quite difficult at this stage.
Well,
he does have a kit, though.
I did want to see Texter. I want to see those kills Texter got. Like they lined up somehow. Texter is very low HP. Still a doable round for Inz. Like,
oh, Sterling. Gives a little bit away. Repicks, actually.
Yep, nice. Good. Yes. Yep. I mean, I think it was Texter behind the truck. He can say, look, he's running to me, running to me. Sterling knows he can repeak. Good communication there from Chiefs. And a nice solid pounce onto that A site. They got very far. Yes, Tux dies early on in the piece, but no rotate from Tainted Mines because they have a player advantage. And then those crucial 2 kills from Texter. That one on the Chutch. Chutch was, I think, a little bit worried because of Yam having his back and whatnot. But
yeah. But they have it again. They got match point.
Yep, they flex. They just flex, Danny.
Yeah.
Send out the big guns.
We'll see if they can do it again here. Just spread across the map. Just letting the presence towards mid be known.
Ooh. Is this going to be a wallbang? No one there. No one there, Sterling.
I'd love to see it.
Yeah, good effort though. I'd love to see that stuff pull off sometimes. Fallen, you know, obviously done his homework, Sterling. Chut, if only you knew.
So Tux, you know, he's been doing this lurking kind of work and not been too effective at it, but we'll see if Yam can just really lock down this B plat. They're just walking straight into his crosshair right now, but unfortunately gets it through the wall and does manage to finish off with that CZ here, and that's going to get molled off that angle. That nade's going to do a little bit of damage. Texan not finding the kill onto Yam. Stays alive with 8 HP, which makes all of the difference, and that timing from Zuzi takes him out quite easily. So
just
2
walks in.
5, yeah. Just like, you know, I know exactly what you're doing right now. I'm going to get that free kill. Sterling finds a nice frag, but they know exactly where the AWP is. 30 seconds left. You got to think it's a little bit beyond him at this stage.
Yeah, he could just save. That is a possibility, but he's going to get the AK.
Yeah, nothing to say for, right?
Well, yeah, exactly. But
that's the beauty of this overtime system, mate.
yes,
And
I do love it.
His face shattered off by Ins.
Okay, still an opportunity here for Chiefs to close out the first map. They just need this last T round. Otherwise, if Tainted Mines get it, it will be going to a double overtime. What is the recipe for Chiefs to have some success? I think obviously that fast A was very good, but Tainted Mines are very aware of it now.
Let's get a bit 6s and 7s towards that B plat, don't they, Chiefs?
Yep.
We've seen it so many times now. So Sterling's just going to go for a bit of aggression. He takes the peak, but Yam is just going to have anything of it.
Okay.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, a little bit unorthodox there.
He needs to prove himself, mate. Like you were saying, usually it's the people that are lacking in the frag department, maybe take the game into their own hands, control the situation, and, you know, credit to him. I guess that's what he tried to do, but maybe it's just, you know, more than he can carry.
Sure, but, you know, I don't know.
You should really like,
Look. If that even does work, what do you? What's next?
Yeah.
You know, you do kill Yam. What do you do next? You just walk away. He's on his own. Tux didn't flash him in or anything. There's 1,000 angles here for Tux to clear out. He is just hoping that Yam has fallen back, and this is going to work perfectly for Chiefs. If they, as far as they can get without using utility.
Oh,
Yam's too sharp for that.
Way too sharp. I'm not going to have a lick of it.
Now, 2 versus 5. You can almost lock in another overtime, Danny.
Oh.
Yes. Don't fool me. There's no chance.
Oh, yeah. Bullet goes through the wall, so, you know, we'll see if there is another one. But, yeah, it looks like we'll be going to another overtime. And Chiefs, they just can't close it out, can they? You know what's funny is, you know, this is exactly what happened when you're talking about the end of their grace period, right? Like, they weren't losing games in any kind of manner, except they'd get so close.
It was a full choke.
Yeah, and just kind of collapse towards the end there. But we'll see if they can close it out. They are playing for an opportunity here.
This is a big deal.
Yeah.
This first map is a big deal. Both teams now are 1 round away from winning a map. So if you're that close to being in it to win it, you really want to win it, because then Nuke comes and, well, there's going to be another nail biter on Nuke. But if you win Nuke and you won Cbble, you're through.
It's that down math. Like, what happens, Ian? Tell us. Yeah, you make it here to ESL Studio Sydney for the LAN. And if that's not exciting enough, you're playing for an opportunity to go to Dallas.
Top 2.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh gosh, that's a nice little angle, but just legs tucks there, and doesn't manage to get himself away, so that's probably not worth it in the end. But right idea there. Had an opportunity to take down a couple players. Now it's down to Zuzi. Been in some sharp form. But not too much asked of him as of yet.
Maybe taking a little bit too long with this one, Danny.
Yeah, they seem to be dropping players all over the board. Tucks and flicks tag down to super low health, so he's 3-on-3, but really, it's more like 3-on-1.5. Sterling there with the AK at full HP. We'll see if he can manage to get anything away. And Zuzi's in a nice little position here. He's going to get a very low flicks down. That's an easy frag. He's going to find the second low HP player, not doing too much. Gets tagged down super low himself, though. Now Sterling finds one.
Sterling the only one trying. I don't know. He's everywhere.
He's roughly where Zuzi is. We'll see if he can work a nice little angle here.
Ooh, he has the bomb. He wants to go B. He knows it. This is happening, Danny. Sterling is stepping up. Not necessarily at the start of the round, but his late round clutches and the impact that he's having late round, it's a lot more than anyone else. Everyone else just seems to be running into their death.
We saw him do one earlier on in the map, a 2-on clutch there. Very nicely done on that A bomb site. And we also saw him fail a 2-on-1 as well, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
So Zuzi is so low. She's got an easy kill here, but oh, does he know? He knows. He's got the inkling. Can he clutch it out? Unfortunately, loses that gunfight to Ins.
Anyone else?
Valiant effort there.
Anyone else is in with a chance there. But nice work from Sterling. Could have played the bomb after getting it down to a 1v1, but still doesn't know where Ins is. I guess maybe he heard him. Otherwise, Nice work from both players. Obviously, Sterling to get the bomb down, but overtime, like you're saying, finance isn't really an issue. You can see Chiefs going for a bit of a YOLO play on that first round of overtime number 2. Worth giving it a crack, I guess. Getting it down to a 1v1 is not bad. I feel like after they did get that entry on Yam, they took far too long.
Yeah. Just very difficult there. Rotates coming through and just bodies dropping everywhere, but we'll see if they can do a little bit better here. Chiefs, they are behind in overtime. Is this the first time they're behind in an overtime?
Well, it's not the first time being behind in the match. They did lose the first half 9-6.
Absolutely. See if they can guster something and bring it back, but it gets harder and harder every overtime that you have a chance.
Yeah, because you're just like showing all your cards, and eventually you run out of cards. And Tainted Minds, they ran out of their cards in the regulation game until that last one that just kept on working. And
you're just trying to segue away into just being like muscle up, man up, either team. Oh, Sterling, if only you knew.
He knows.
That's why you're lining up. Just hit it. Oh, he gets it. Thank you.
Oh, Jesus.
I would have lost my mind if he didn't pull that trigger. But works out in the end. Chutch just a little bit wondering maybe what has struck him there. And that is a beautiful opening from the man that is definitely trying to carry this team through to that second map nuke. Yam, he loves this angle. Can he do it?
Shotgun Yam.
Oh, the trade doesn't come through. Nice little flash there. And we'll be able to retreat. Oh, Malta though. Here we go. 4 on 3. Zuzi. If there's one man on the site you want to try to protect, it is him. Off who catches off flicks. Unfortunately, they're towards connector, and Zuzi doesn't get too much done. So the numbers in favor of Chiefs here.
Yeah, Malta stepping up huge this round.
Yeah, getting a little better there. Nice work there. We'll get taken out now. It's just down to ins in a 2-on-1 situation. You said to any man but him. He spotted one of the players. He does have a smoke there and a kit on hand, so we'll see how he can work this. Just trying to get a bit more information, making a lot of noise.
I think he just saw Sterling.
Oh goodness! You can't watch, can you? I can't watch. He's just gonna smoke it and stick it. No, he's not.
Even if he doesn't, he can get Sterling through the wall there.
Oh my god! He can't find the bomb.
Himself, yeah.
Oh no, Sterling! Sterling!
Oh no, Sterling!
Oh, he
Use
just won
your
a
pistol,
rifle.
Sterling.
That's hard to watch.
Mm-hmm.
That's really hard to watch. That is unfortunate for Sterling.
That could be the game, Danny.
Maybe he didn't know how low he was. The
What
pistol
is Tuck
definitely would
doing?
have done something.
You know, it's a 2-on-1. Sterling's over in no man's land with the AWP. What is Tuck's putting himself into? You're in the site. You leave the site for a position where you can die from mid. You can die from the rotate through the window or Juliet. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
You just know the moment that Sterling's looking down, like any other time he wants to be an AWP, but the one time he needs to be literally any other gun in the game.
Yep.
He just
sneaky beaky. Texter's going to flex on through long A, and this
flex on through.
He really should. He really should keep going.
We'll
Everyone is in a good position to rotate. Even they've got players over towards B, even if necessary. Couldn't get control of their rotates. So if he could just hold off one of the choke points that allow the rest of the team to get on through, they're going to force their way in anyway.
Yeah, often makes his way up into the side there. He has been tagged down to half health, and we'll get finished off by Tux there. So now it's 4 on 3. Malta's in a nice little position. Has he spotted the gun barrel, which he has of ins. And now this is, you got to think they're in a similar position before and did lose it out. So maybe they'll fool me once. Not twice. If Yam gets this shot, it's going to be absolutely disgusting, but Malta's not going to have a single bar. We'll clean out the round as well onto Zuzi. So there you have it. They managed to get one away, so it means they have faint signs of life. They got some breathing space going to the second half of the second overtime. 2 rounds?
Is it? Yeah, 2 rounds they need, and 3-0 for the win, Chiefs. I feel like that was the Malta round.
Yeah, I mean, he really came alive.
Texter gets the entry, but Malta secures the round. And, well, where are the rest of the guys for Chiefs? You know, they were all standing up earlier, but I feel like Tainted Minds are looking the goods. I mean, it's easy to say that, I suppose, now they have 2 rounds. But, like, Zuzi is holding that A site like a champion. Yam on the rotate's very difficult to deal with. And ins towards B has been unstoppable. So Chiefs put all their rounds into going A, that whole overtime, just to avoid ins.
We just need to see the Chiefs in that earlier part of that second half just kind of lock down these sites, kind of be a bit more convincing. We'll see if they can come up with it.
Get out of there now, Flicks.
But do you see them taking away 3 rounds in a row.
Malta goes for that trick that worked for him earlier on. Yam gets out of there straight away. So now we're using our number advantage. Going to get towards B. And we're going to leave the others there just to bring Flicks closer to middle. Chuch doing Chuch things. Needs to try and bring another player. He can still convince Tux to come across the way. Plenty of time on the board. Needs to wait for Yam to come through. T-spawn where he's picked up an AK. Hashtag overtime things.
They're aware of this. Yeah, it's just kind of got some thoughts about it. Nade rains out, doesn't do too much damage. A little bit taken off the Tux here. Tex is in a nice little position here.
Yeah, very nice spot for Texter. Maybe a little telltale. We'll see. Inz is going to maybe pop flash in for Zusi. Yep. End of the day, though, it's Texter, the turret. So he's going to fall on out of there, evening it up to a 4-on-4. 43 seconds left on the clock. This is probably where you want to activate Chuch on that lurk. See if he can bring Tux over towards A now as well.
Yeah.
But it looks like the whole team is actually going to swing round across. And Flux is all on his own. Come on, guys. Figure it out, Chiefs.
Yeah, let's come out at this stage there. He needs to get away with his life, or at least take someone down with him. He manages to get one.
Nice.
Yeah, so we'll see if he can take down a second. Manages to tag Offnu down quite low, but here we go Sterling now cleaning up onto in. So 3-on-2 here with 13 seconds left. Texter, he's got an inkling. There's a player close to him. He might get set upon here, which would be very unfortunate. As the bomb gets down, there you go. It's a very easy kill for Offnu. Now it's a 2-on-2. They have a rough idea of where these two players are, but they need to find something to stave off this match point.
Yep, Tux is not coming from a good position. Sterling waiting for Tux. Doesn't have any utility. Well, he does actually, but...
Oh, Offnu's so low. He's so low. There is no world he gets away with this right. There is no way he gets away with it.
He does it the hard way.
Yeah, he really
does. He have time after that failed jump?
Yeah.
Yeah, he has time.
Yeah, he's got time.
But holy Moses. Tux knew Offnu was underneath the balcony. I'm more of a fan of the old run and then walk.
Yeah.
Give your position away and then go quiet. Make them ask some questions.
Yeah.
Some people do like to opt for the jump up onto the tallest thing in the bomb site and look around. He has a huge numerical advantage in the HP. Flix knows he binked Offnu, so the call will come out. But, whew, playing with fire there.
This is some nice CS we're catching here. You said you wouldn't be able to split the two, and here we are at 20-20. Yam just trying to find an opening here towards his B plat, but he's not going to get too much away. You see Texter holding towards that broken wall position, maybe just making his way towards, backing it up towards drop. And looks like he's going to flash out and head out there. Zuzi's made his way quite aggressively onto the side. He was not expecting he was going to get a couple of easy frags. Malta manages to clean him up. His molly does some damage as well. Can he find this?
Bit off more than he could chew.
Yeah, bit unfortunate there. And now, like you said, it's going to be so hard near coming out of these choke points unless Chuck gets a bit too aggressive. He gives his life away very cheaply. And now it's opened up the round straight away, and here goes the very quick boost coming out.
How many times have we seen this, Danny?
Yeah. Yeah, it's nice to watch, I think. But, oh, gosh, Sterling. If he had hit that shot, it's another story. But right now, they know where the AWP is. They know the boost has come out. So Flix, he has to do something to open it up for his teammate there. Takes the gun battle against Offnu. So there you have it. They've got every chance now to take out this map. But, yeah, I'm just kind of walking around using it like a shotgun. It's beautiful, isn't it? AWP against AWP in the clutch situation. And unfortunately, Yam's just the experience, the skill, the ability against young Sterling.
Yeah, pretty much everything there. Sterling will need to learn from that. When you're on the flank, you have the element of surprise. You don't need to be the quickest shot in the West. So, unfortunately, look, the thing I can't understand, Danny, is how this is even close.
Yeah. You reckon Tainted should be run away with
It
it
should
by
just
now?
be so much easier for Tainted.
Yeah.
So... They only need, what, 2 more rounds now to close it out? 1 more? 2 more. What?
Tactical timeout. Always, I mean, obviously you've been in these situations before, but I just find it weird that you're on that match point. Do you want to stop it? Are you just psyching yourself out when you're the winning team calling that timeout?
No, by all means, look,
just
you don't,
slow it down.
It's all about you. You don't worry about your opponent. We're giving the opponent a chance to think about things. Screw them. We need to talk. This is our moment. And the tactical pause there is very aptly timed.
Yeah.
And now they can do whatever they discussed. Yam's going to go for a quick pick on the platform.
Oh, it's just going to creep out there. If Texas not in the right angle, they're going to spray through this one. Gets a lot of damage and gets the kill. So I thought Yam was going to sneakily get away with his life, but Texas not going to have a bar with Tux as well. Is in a nice position. And you know what? You know what I'm thinking?
What are you thinking? What are you thinking?
I'm thinking overtime 3.
Pina colada? Oh, overtime 3.
Pina colada. Oh, why'd you say that?
Why?
That'd be delicious.
How good would that be?
So good.
Takes us back, doesn't it?
To win.
And we can't talk about it. What happens in Korea stays in Korea, Danny.
You just want to get back to Asia, don't you?
Maybe.
Maybe. Here we go. 3-on-5 situation. We've seen Chiefs let it slip from better positions than this, and Malta in his favourite little angle here on this B bomb site. See if you can shut it down. You'd think after one more frag, if Offner gets taken down here from the M4 of Malta, it's going to be all but she wrote. 50 seconds left on the clock. Let's see what they can come up with.
Oh, this is huge. Chiefs still have all their Molotovs, smokes, everything. They're just delaying this tainted push. It's going to be very hard for Offner to get out of it through this smoke.
As he drops through, makes a bit of noise. That's very interesting that Tux wasn't really... What was he doing there?
Not an ideal spot.
I thought he'd at least get a couple of shots off, and Sterling here just holding that close angle. Now they just kind of stuck to connectors. Offner actually manages to find Malta, so the numbers advantage completely gone there in the pre-fire from Chutch. This is absolutely falling apart. If there's a way to win this...
Oh, jeez.
Oh, not like this, Chiefs. Flicks Sterling once again. They couldn't pull it off the first time. The flank's coming out quite early. Will they expect that the Molly's going to slow him down a little bit, but might get easy shot onto Offner, but he really doesn't need to do anything here, Offner, does he?
Not really. He can just wait for Chutch to do everything.
Yeah.
Zusi also can do the same. And there you go.
Oh, jeez. This is...
5-on-3. Danny, you called it. It's your own fault.
It's heartbreaking.
Well, there's a better way to spend your players. Well, you live and you learn, Danny.
Well, it's funny because I saw this, I think it was Extreme Zone once on Nuke.
Oh, terrific game this is.
I saw it on Nuke where it's actually Flicks and Texture of that old Atletico lineup coming to the Chiefs, and it just collapsed the same way. They had the numbers advantage, the time was low, a bit less than 30 seconds, and I don't know, just the foundation to the house weren't strong enough.
Yeah, well, ultimately at the end of the day, Tainted Minds gave Chiefs enough room or enough rope to hang themselves, and they did. 5-on-3, they just took their standard positioning, huge numerical advantage, 3 people in B, 2 people in A, and just Tainted Minds doing, well, flexing. That's all it was towards the end. They had no other option, Danny.
Word, huh?
I'm going to use it. I think, you know, when we're dealing with teams that have star players amongst them, sometimes you've got to let them off the chain.
Yeah.
And they were able to flex their muscle. Offner, everyone chiming in, doing their own. Zusi dropping down, drop fast, killing Tux, looking at a wall. Like, just a lot of things to learn for Chiefs in that game. But still, it was so damn close.
Yeah, it really was. I mean, now if your Chiefs going into your own map pick, which is Nuke, you had 2 sort of phases of play. You had normal time and that kind of first, actually, what was it? The first overtime and then that second one.
Yep.
Got away from a little bit, but I mean, are you just kicking yourself? Are you reeling right now? Like,
This could have been a third overtime, yeah. Without a doubt. It shouldn't have even been to overtime. Chiefs actually could have closed it out in regulation. They had Tainted Minds completely on the ropes. They take their tactical pauses. Chiefs sort of collapse, choke it out, don't close out the game. Their economy afforded them 2 gun rounds towards the end of regulation time. They lost them both pretty badly. And then once they get overtime, they win the first overtime T-side with 2 rounds. And after that, it was just the Tainted Minds show, to be honest.
Yeah, it really was. They brought it back, didn't they? And we kind of cast the choking shadow on Tainted when we were going into that normal time. They were up 9-6, but really in the end, it was just Chiefs that just couldn't close it out, which is a shame, really.
Look, yes, it is a shame, especially if Chiefs end up winning Nuke. Because then they'll be kicking themselves, like I was saying. They could have been 2-0, but now, damn, they've still got to play Mirage. Whereas Tainted Minds, they upset Chiefs on Nuke. They'll be cheering all the way through to the final. Yeah,
which just laughing on that plane there. I mean, we'll talk about Mirage very lightly. There's every chance that we won't head onto that map. But how do you see Mirage playing out?
Look, if it does get to Mirage, it'll be another scrap fight like this, I believe.
Yep.
Tainted Minds should come out on top. This should be a 2-0 to Tainted Minds just on their roster, man. Like, honestly. That's just how I look at this for this team. Texter, sure, he's a great player, but Sterling is very new and inexperienced. Look, I'm just maybe projecting a little bit. I don't rate the Chiefs lineup as individuals as highly as maybe some others, or even as they would themselves. But at the end of the day, Tainted Minds, they've got Yam, who's got all that experience. They got Inns, who was probably Chiefs' best player at the time. Zusi, who's back in form after going away for a while. And Chutch, who's doing all the right things. And Offner as well, who, you know, in his day was the best player in Australia. But since then has had some consistency issues. You know, and I look at the Chiefs lineup, I don't see that kind of star power. Tux doesn't look like himself lately. Sitting in the doorway there looking at a wall is not usual Tux, if you ask me. Especially 5-on-3 up.
Yeah.
Usually he would be organising something for the boys. So, yeah, look, I just don't know. I just don't know. Tainted Mines shouldn't have let it get this close, but they did. But at least they close out that first map. So at least my prediction's still looking pretty good.
Yeah, I guess you can't take that away. Nice little consolation, that wallbang from Sterling. And really just kind of his performance. I mean, there were a couple of situations where he did get a little bit outclassed from the more experienced player, you could say. But definitely a lot to take away from.
Promising start.
Yeah, absolutely. And now we do head on to Nuke, 22-20. Doesn't get more scrap fighter than that, does it?
That's pretty scrappy.
It's pretty scrappy indeed. Now, Nuke, I mean, is it a dangerous map? Like you said, maybe they're listening to you, maybe they're heeding the advice of Sniper. But you know, when you said this word flex and they kind of showed off their star power, you know, it paid dividends.
Yep.
Nuke, you know, it's not the same map.
Well, it isn't the same map. You're right, and there is the equal opportunity there to flex though. You can still force outside. Yam with the AWP maybe playing warehouse as a CT, and you might have ins pushing outside or something. I don't know. Just theorizing a little bit. But otherwise, you can just rush top now with the new squeaky door and everything and the new hut. They could also just rush ramp. Who knows? But Texas does hold ramp pretty good. But anyway, look, the opportunity is there for the element of surprise. You have the players who are capable of doing it. You also have Nuke being a very strategical map now with the new skylights and the changes that have happened to Nuke. So it's going to be like this for me. The scales of justice, they're very balanced at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Tainted Minds in great stead to make it here to the Sydney Land Final, where two teams will have the opportunity, if they win that, to head where, Ian?
Dallas.
Dallas. There you have it. Get your tickets here. I mean,
a few Cowboys in Dallas, I heard.
Is that where Matthew McConaughey's from?
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever been to Dallas?
No, I've never been to North America.
Why don't you hop onto proleague.com/Dallas and get some tickets?
Thinking
Probably
about it.
cost you a little bit.
Just
maybe.
What? It'd be totally worth it though, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So
maybe I could join the Dallas Buyers Club. That's
you
not maybe
want to get a really bad illness and have to get Mexican drugs to cure yourself. Okay, well, I mean, if you don't want to do that, go check out the Pro League finals there in Dallas. All the information you need on the website, and I guess there's not much more except look forward to this next map to see who will take it out.
Yep. The Chiefs map pick. The Chiefs map, notoriously. It's
notoriously.
Should be Chiefs.
Should be Chiefs, but we'll never know.
But it's Tainted.
Yeah, you really just think it's going to be Tainted now.
I'm just going to keep saying it.
Yeah. Well, we'll find out after this short break. Don't go anywhere.